Okay, let's talk about phase lock loops, all right? We are going to look at a very simple case of a phase lock loop. And in fact, we'll look at this case right here on the instrument that I've been talking about. It is a 1 gigahertz VCO, okay, controlled in a phase lock loop to give you exactly 1 gigahertz. And it does that by comparing itself to a perfect 10 megahertz signal. So we have a real fancy 10 megahertz signal. It could be maybe from a GPS, or it could be from a rubidium standard, or an oven-controlled oscillator or something. We have a really perfect 10 megahertz frequency. And we're going to generate from that a 1 gigahertz signal. So you can think of it as a multiplier, right? We're going to multiply our 10 megahertz by 100. And we're going to do that by dividing, okay? We're going to multiply by using division. And so that's what a phase lock loop does, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an oscillator. And if you look at schematics, a lot of times oscillators are drawn in a circle as a sine wave in a circle. That just means we have an oscillator here, okay? And the oscillator has an out, okay? And you adjust your oscillator, you put in the right L's and C's and R's and things like that, and you make it oscillate. And we want to have 1 gigahertz, okay? And then maybe you have a little adjustment, and you use your little fine screwdriver and you tweak it for exactly 1 gigahertz, but we don't want to do that. We want to have it automatic. So our input, okay, our input is the perfect 10 megahertz, okay? So we have perfect 10 megahertz, and we want to generate a perfect 1 gigahertz, right? So we're gonna first make a gigahertz. We're going to make this one, but we're going to have it voltage controlled, okay? Voltage controlled oscillator. So this voltage, if I make the voltage go high, then it makes this thing go faster. If I make the voltage low, it makes this thing go slower. So we're going to have this voltage. So we have to generate that voltage, okay? So if we can compare these two things together, okay, we're good. So first of all, we're going to take some of our signal, okay, and we're going to divide it by 100, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide it by 100. And what comes out? 10 megahertz, or close to it, right? This thing's running all by itself, and it generates what it thinks is 10 megahertz. Now we have a perfect 10 megahertz, okay? So we're going to take the 10 megahertz that we just made, and we're going to compare it to the 10 megahertz that we know is perfect. And we're going to compare those two, right? And we're going to develop a circuit that if we're going too fast, we're going to slow down. Or if we're going too slow, we're going to speed up. And that is a phase lock loop. This will be the loop. This right here is the loop, right? So we take our divide by 100, we come back in, and we're going to compare the two. Now, the way we're going to compare them is, like I said, the VCO, if I make this voltage here, okay, we'll call it VC, control voltage, okay? So if VC goes up, our frequency goes up. If VC goes down, our frequency goes down, okay? So why would we want to have VC go up? We're too slow, okay? We're too slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to count, okay? And so we're going to count, and we're going to count, okay? Count, all right? We're going to count with 10 megahertz, we're going to count with this other thing, okay? And if this one is counting faster than that one, we know we're too fast, all right? And if this one is counting to more than this one, we're going too slow. So the difference between these two, we're going to subtract these two, okay? Let's say count 1 and count 2. So we have count 1 minus count 2. That's going to generate a voltage, okay, that is our control voltage. And that's our phase lock loop, all right? So if we're counting too fast, we're going to go up, counting too slow. You can imagine that counting is electrical signals that are charging a capacitor, right? And if we count, we charge the capacitor. But if we have a negative, we have another input that actually subtracts from the capacitor. So one of them adds voltage to the capacitor, one of them subtracts voltage from the capacitor. So we go up and we go down, we go up and we finally get it so that when we count up the same number that we count down, we're golden. Everything is now in phase and in lock, right? Everything, the phase lock loop locks. So that's the way this thing works. This is called a phase detector, okay? Phase detector, okay? Sometimes it's called a phase comparator, phase detector. I've heard it called a phase detector. A lot of times you'll see it in the diagrams and stuff as PD, all right? In some schematics, you might see it as a circle with a slash in it. That's a phase detector. A circle with an X in it is a mixer. A circle with a sine wave in it is an oscillator. And a circle with an S in it is a sampler. We'll talk about that in a different video. Okay? But this is the idea of a phase detector. We're using division to multiply. Remember, we started with 10 megahertz. And we divide by 100 to get this 10 megahertz multiplied by 100. So we have to start though, right? It's not actually multiplying it up. We actually have an oscillator that's already there. We're just using this feedback to control it, whether it's a little bit high or a little bit low. So it's not multiplying this, it's dividing it down and comparing it, okay? So that's what a phase lock loop does, right? So you'll actually call it PLL, phase lock loop, okay? This is the phase part of it, okay? We're detecting the two phases, counting up, counting down, make sure they're the same. That's the phase. We are looping, okay? That's the last L, the looping. This is the loop. And then when they're equal counts, going up and down, when they're even, that's the lock. So it's a phase, lock, loop. Phase lock loop. All right, I'm going to put a link down below of the other phase lock loop video I did. This phase detector comes in different varieties. You can use like an exclusive OR gate and some other things. There's a whole bunch of different circuits to do this phase detection. For sake of argument, just as to get the general idea of how this thing works, I'm doing the count up, count down things. That actually is implemented in hardware as well in certain things. And so you do see counts being used in phase lock loops, but there are multiple ways to do the phase lock looping, and I'm just showing you an easy way to think about it, to get you the idea that we're using this division to multiply.